Yo, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday, and welcome back to your favorite, I think, MLB The Show content series. It is called the 10 Minute Mailbag. This is the MLB The Show series where I take your questions from YouTube and Discord, and I answer them, and we just have cool conversations about the game. Today, we're talking about a lot of lineup and personnel-related questions you guys have from the chats, including maybe the biggest one. And I think this is a question really people are kind of volleying back and forth. Is Carlos Beltran still necessary? So, as always, we're throwing 10 minutes on the clock, and if you have a question, please put it in the comment section down below, or you can join my Discord at the link in the description. As always, like and subscribe helps more than you know. We are very close to 7,500 subscribers, and that's a cool round number, so let's get there this week. What do we say? All right, so let's get it popping. I've got the clock ready, and we're going to do it. So 3, 2, 1, begin. First question from our buddy Sports Ball fan. Genuine question. Is live series collection worth it at this point of the year? I'm only missing Judge and Ohtani, which are currently sitting at about 650 to 700,000 stubs. Do you think I should abandon the live series pursuit and shift priority to completing other collections like Ted, the All-Star Game, the Draft, the Home Run Derby, etc.? Yeah, the live series prices of Judge and Ohtani have really, really ruined people's pursuit of the live series collection. It's unfortunate because this is the time, I mean, by now, most other years, many more people have the live series collection finished. It always seemed like an attainable goal, even if it took time. But now for a lot of people, and I totally get why, it seems a completely unattainable goal. But to get back to your question, is the live series collection worth it at this point in the year? Carlos Beltran is a switch-hitting, high-contact, very good power, basically perfect fielding and speed center fielder with a really good swing. He is, with no exaggeration, probably the best live series collection ever. Ever. That includes the cracked-out Chipper Jones. Because that Chipper Jones, as good as his swing was and as good as his power was, he couldn't run and he didn't field this well. Especially at a premium position where center field defense matters. Third base defense is fake. It doesn't make a difference. That's why Scott Rowland, for kind of a tangent here, but if Scott Rowland held his defensive value, more people would have stuck with the swing because they could have at least gotten something out of it. Third base defense ain't real. Doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you probably what you don't want to hear and say that you should continue going down the path of getting Carlos Beltran. Keep chipping away. Because to get Beltran, or when you get Beltran, you're also getting Clemens, who is still a top 5 starter in the game. I think that's beginning to fade quick because everyone's seen him so much, but he is still a top 5 pitcher in the game. You're also getting Darren O'Day if you haven't already. Sounds like you only need Judge, so you have Darren O'Day. Let's cut that out. But on the way to live series, for those who are still working on it, maybe not in Sports Ball's exact situation, Darren O'Day is still a viable reliever. Don Baylor is an excellent bench bat against lefties. Jason Kipnis is a very good second baseman. Then in the National League, Gil Hodges. I'm kind of done with Gil personally, but I've also been using him since April. The best statistical or attribute-wise first baseman of the game as of recording, which is 90 minutes before you're listening to it. Your boy was a slack ass this weekend. Gil Hodges is worth it. And then you're also getting Ted Simmons, who's a very good catcher. At this point, probably phased out. Definitely phased out. Jordan Zimmerman, a top... he's been phased out a little too. Top 20 starter. And Chase Headley, who is actually a very fun third baseman who just can't hit lefties, which sucks for this current meta. But online, I'm hitting 635 with this card. So, he's fun. The live series collection is worth it. At this point, you're mostly doing it for Gil, Roger, and Carlos Beltran. But to get to your other point, Ted Williams is astoundingly good. He's the best card in the game, probably. Where is it? Ethan Holiday is incredible at shortstop. The All-Star Game, you really don't need stubs, a ton of stubs for this. You do need some, not a ton. And Cal Raleigh is, I mean, he is the best catcher probably ever, maybe, question mark. He's up there. He's a top 5 catcher all time. So I see where you're coming from, And I see why you want to build your team with the new guys, because they're new and they're fun, and they are, even though they're juicy, they are more attainable from a stub value place than Beltran is. Beltran is like, he's an anchor for everybody's team for the rest of the year if they have him. I think collections like Ted and Roland and whoever's coming this Sunday, you could do those over time, possibly without much of a stub cost. I think Cal Raleigh, yeah, that one you gotta pony up some stubs for that one. Draft, you really don't even have to pony up a ton of stubs. You can just play that Conquest over and over again. I still think there is a way to both get Raleigh and go after Beltran. You just got to make really, really wise stub decisions. That is how I would approach doing it. I think Beltran is the best card in the game, and he will make your team better. I think he's still worth it on July 21st. This might be a different conversation on August 21st. We'll see what 99 center fielders start trickling out. It's going to start happening soon for sure. But on July 21st, if you ask me, Beltran or anybody else, I'd still go Beltran. So thank you, Sports Ball, for your question, as always. Next up, MLB fan. Thoughts on the new Eli Willits and where he ranks among the best shortstops currently. So I do not have Eli Willits. I just don't. But he looks very good. So I actually want to sort this way. I want to sort by shortstop here so I can see the entire catalog. Ethan Holiday is my shortstop on the God Squad. I have him P5, as you can see. There are no shortstops currently in the game that can combine his pop, his really nice swing, and the fact that he could still field. I wish he was able to steal more bags. That's such a nitpick, but it's true. Plus, he's got 120 clutch, 93 vision's okay at P5. Again, I'd prefer it higher, but not bad. Ethan Holiday, who I think people should run. I understand the draw of Eli Willits 100%. Very high contact, very good clutch, still very good in the field, and will be better in the field at P5 than Holiday, and he can run the bases much better. Fully see that. He also can play center field, which is fun. Talking about the Carlos Beltran conversation we just had. By no means a bad card. I just like Jackson Holiday's swing better. Not Jackson, Ethan Holiday's swing better. And yeah, it's all personal preference. But Eli Willits is good. He's a top 3 shortstop. It probably goes Holiday, Willits, and then Francisco Lindor. I love Bobby Witt as well. After that, you're really falling off a cliff, I think, in terms of people at their primary positions. There's Ellie De La Cruz, is probably right outside that top 3. And then you're falling off the cliff. Brooks Lee, excellent card. Just so friggin' bad defensively that it scares me. And I played him at second base, not shortstop. Willie Castro, of course, is still going to be viable. His stub cost has come down dramatically. Let's see now. I want to go back to my manage squad screen and see secondaries at shortstop. Anybody I'm missing? O'Neal Cruz, you're not playing at shortstop, I don't think. Bregman at shortstop is interesting. Juancil Perez is good for lefty pitchers. Yeah, really not much in the secondary position market here. I think it's Holiday, it's Willits, as I said, it's Lindor, who I don't have, it's Witt, it's De La Cruz, guys like Willie Castro, players like that. It's personal preference, whoever you do better with. Ketel can also play short, so Ketel's automatically up there. I think he's a better second baseman because of his reaction and speed. But you don't need to spend 300,000 stubs to go get Ketel at short when you have Eli Willits. So that's my advice. Thank you for your question. And our last question is another lineup building one. This is a really fun episode in terms of lineup questions. I like these. What's a bigger upgrade? This is from Boulder Sender. This is a good one. Will Smith's All-Star Game card to Cal Raleigh's Home Run Derby card, or Trey Turner to Ketel Marte's All-Star Game card? This is fun. I don't currently have the Trey Turner in my inventory because I sold him, Rage sold him when I sucked with him, which I was stunned with because I love Trey Turner cards. The bigger upgrade, if I'm being completely honest, is Trey Turner to Ketel Marte. So in this conversation, we're talking about 4 elite swings. Turner's an elite swing, Ketel's an elite swing, Will Smith is an elite swing, and Cal Raleigh's swing is really damn good. I think people were sleeping on it or didn't know it was so damn good. It generates a lot of exit velocity. So at that point, we're talking about what each person does well. Look at this Will Smith card. It's so balanced offensively. And defensively, it's actually better because he has catcher pop time quirk too. Then you look at Cal Raleigh, who is also just insane, but he has no catcher pop time. So that does hurt this card. It truly does hurt this card. If there was an ideal world, he'd be the DH for everybody, but Kyle Schwarber exists and he's free, so he's everybody's DH. Will Smith to Cal Raleigh, while Cal Raleigh is for sure an upgrade. The lines are a little blurred. Will Smith's swing is so good, his contacts are so high, he generates good pop, he runs the bases a little better. Is he free or is he close to free? Was he 5K? 7K? That's a big factor in this as well. He's really cheap. Then you talk about Trey Turner to Ketel Marte. Let's go look at Trey Turner real quick. Trey Turner, I believe, has really bad power versus one side, doesn't he? Yeah. Trey Turner's never hit a home run against a righty before. Ketel Marte crushes everybody. 83 in the field, 80 in the field. And they're both, actually, Ketel's P3 and Turner's P4. 59 speed. Oh, of course, 99 speed. That was stupid to look at. But I think Trey Turner to Ketel is a drastic upgrade. You're getting a better fielder, a better all-around hitter, a switch-hitting bat. Whereas Will Smith is incredibly fun to use. And really, really friggin' good. And I wouldn't be upset using him as my catcher. 10-minute mailbag. Done. Another one in the books. I love when you guys have questions like about the nitty-gritty of the game like this. Who should I use over who? Who's better than who? Of course, it's all opinion, guys. It's all opinion. Only you know who you're good with and who you're bad with. So ultimately, I can give you some advice to guide you down the path, but not a single person's word is gospel in this game except for yours. That's why there are so many different types of swings and hitters and pitchers. You know who you're good with and why you're good with them. So if you're finding success, don't change the thing. But if you're looking just for like high-level suggestions, I'm your guy. So send some more down below in the comments or join the Discord. All right? Thank you guys. Love you guys. Have a great week. It is a Monday, of course. So let's get through this Monday together. See you guys next time.